Alrighty. First episode. Don't know what we're gonna call it yet. If y'all got any suggestions, comment below. We're thinking like purpose talk, or what'd you say, like
Purpose.
chop it up.
I don't know. Talk.
But we'll just see where it goes. But we got some new members to the team. We haven't really done an intro, but I'm gonna just talk a little bit about them. Let them introduce themselves, just so y'all get to know them personally, and go from there. So I'm gonna ask Ivan. I guess just tell us where you're from.
Well, I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. I was born in Montebello. I was raised here in Texas. I'm a tattoo artist here in Texas at a Purpose Barber and Tattoo. And that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, what brought y'all? I mean, what brought you here to the shop? Like,
to the shop, definitely the growth. You see the people that want the same thing as you. You see the people with the same aspirations, with the same dreams as you, and everybody trying to make it. Well, you're around the same group of people when you hear the same talk. You hear the same talk over and over again about how they want to make it, how they want it, and you've been thinking about that your whole time. So whenever you go around the same group of people with the same mentality that you have, it naturally attracts you.
Yeah.
It attracts you to it.
For sure. How would you say? Do you feel like it was something like random? Or like I'm pretty sure you've been seeing our stuff, maybe.
I have.
Right?
I have seen it. And like I said, back to what I was saying earlier. You see the same people doing the same things that you've been wanting to do. It attracts you naturally because you want to be there. You want to do that. So it only helps to be here. It helps you to be here in presence, helping out. Pushing your content, pushing your marketing, like y'all guys have been doing. Yeah. And it's definitely something that you want to hop in.
Yeah, for sure. I see that. I mean, I didn't know you personally before, but just off rip, I mean, it was like if I already knew you before.
For sure.
So it was like a good vibe.
For sure.
You got your own personality. You do add. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here, is just add people that can add to what we're doing.
100%.
So that way it's not just me and my cousin. It's like we're trying to find like-minded people and help them shine in their own light under the brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, under the same roof.
Yeah, that way you don't feel like you're gonna hit a cap here. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to make it in their own way. So like I said, I don't want you to ever feel like you can't do your own thing. Like, I'm gonna support you, your brand, what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
so
exactly, and it goes both ways. Everybody here is doing their own thing. Everybody's here pushing their own content, their own market, their own person. And the best thing you can do is be there for each other, because the more you're there for the person next to you, they're going to be there for you. And you both grow.
Yep.
Sure. The sun shines for everybody. The sun comes out for everybody. Yep. Everybody can eat. It's just about sharing.
Yeah. Like I said, there's like a lot of people I've known, like, just over the past 2 years that, like, I can't wait to introduce to y'all. Like, it's going to be some big names that are going to be like, it's going to be cool to meet them. And just to be able to bring a team, you know what I mean, and introduce y'all to those type of people is cool, So, I mean, anything else you want to talk about? Like,
no, man, there's not really much, I'm pretty new into the game for tattooing, and, it's a world that blew up in my face, really. It turned my world upside down, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. There's no way even if you're struggling, and even if you feel like you're not going to make it, you are. Keep at it. It comes, but it's a matter of consistency and keeping at it and doing your thing. Be yourself and be true at heart, and it'll come. Be humble.
Yeah, I feel like betting on yourself, you can never go wrong with betting on yourself, because you're going to put the most work in.
For sure.
I feel like some people are out there betting on players, sports players, and it's like, why don't you put that same money into yourself?
Amen. Bet on yourself.
You know what I mean? You know the type of work you can put in, and you might bet on LeBron, and he's gonna go, like 0 for 3 and go down 3-1. But he's came back before, so still. there's still some hope. You know, Lakers in 6. So, last question.
What you got?
Where do you see yourself a year from now?
You know, most of the time I don't like that question.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I set a cap for myself. I like to project success, but I don't want to set a cap for myself. I really just like to keep pushing and pushing, and take myself as far as I can. Because if I told you I want to be at this level by this year, I can be double that.
Yeah.
I can be double that. So it's just about, like you said, betting on yourself. Bet on yourself. And but definitely, making it as a tattoo artist is not easy. It's not easy for anyone. And then me coming out of a little town that I am, it's not easy. But in a year, I definitely want to keep doing what I'm doing and just be better, have more clients, everything all around.
Yeah, I'd say you just want to look back at yourself a year from now and not recognize yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Be like, damn, who the heck is this guy? And that's what I try to aim for. Like, every year I see myself 2 years ago, and I'm like, bro, I am not that same person from YouTube. I got that same video from when I first started, and like, yeah, I'm just not that same person. So that like in a good way, like growth. So, boy, and Anthony, how do you say your last name?
Sinceros.
Sinceros.
Sinceros, yeah.
Siniceros or Siniceros? Siniceros.
Yeah.
Okay, from right here.
Right.
So where are you from?
I'm from Clarendon. I was born in Amarillo.
Born in
really?
Amarillo?
No, yeah, I was born in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Northwest.
What brought you out of Clarendon?
Well, my dad, he was living in Headley, Texas, small town. And then he was working at the gym over there. And then he moved to Clarendon when he had my older brother. And then I was just born there.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
What got you into barbering, cutting hair?
It's actually you.
No way?
Yeah.
Damn.
You remember? It was prom one year, and I came and got a cut from you. And then you told me to come get a cut, and then we'll talk about what you want to do and stuff. And so I really liked it, and then I just pursued it from there.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So yeah.
Dang, I do remember that.
Yeah,
I
we
cut
had that
your hair
talk,
for the first
yeah.
time. Damn, that is.
It's crazy.
Damn, that was what, a year ago?
Yeah.
Past a year ago?
Because
Sure.
graduated last year.
Time's flying because now you're already taking your test.
Yeah. Already taking the test.
What's your thoughts on the test? You think it's easy, hard?
It's pretty hard, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to study.
Yeah.
You start studying.
What brought you to here, I guess, to work at this shop?
It's just the growth. Like, you could tell at like different barbershops with what it's about. Like you're the owner. Not many owners are like you. They just want the booth rent and stuff. But you're actually trying to help us. You're trying to push us to our full potential.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of growth. And there's big barbers here, and that's who I want to be. I want to be big.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's what I'm trying to do with pretty much the brand, really. I mean, we see it like Tomb 45, Faded Culture, these big brands, and we feel like they're untouchable, or we can't talk to them. Yeah. But there's people like us in these smaller towns where it's like they don't have somebody to look at or in person, to reach out.
Yeah.
And I feel like what we're trying to do here is pretty much that. That way people see us and what we're doing. They're gonna think it's crazy, but to us it's gonna be like lifestyle, and that's what I'm trying to do is it's just another day, But yeah, it's gonna be cool to see. Like I said, the more when I got into it, I seen Tomb 45, Faded Culture. I've gone to the big events, shook their hands, talked to them. The more I talked to them, met Vic Blends once. That was freaking crazy. That was crazy. And I was he's 26. He's still around our age. And I was
I'm pretty young.
How old are you?
19.
19? Yeah.
19, just turned
so
19,
his little nephew. I feel like an uncle right now. How old are you?
22.
22? Yeah. That's crazy. So I'm 25. No, 24. I'm 24. So it's I feel like I'm 30 right now, but Like I said, let me take that out. Technical difficulties. But yeah, as I was saying, as I gone to these events, shook these guys' hands, and met them in person, the more I realized like they're just regular people like us, right? And we we think they're like these crazy people, you know, or like these crazy high, you know, like
Out of the word.
yeah. But as you really meet him and talk to him, you're like, bro, like he's just regular dude,
Yeah.
you know. So, I'm just trying to build something similar to that, you know, our own little wave here in Panhandle, pretty much.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
How was it like meeting them? Like, you look up to them, you're watching their videos and stuff, and then you meet them. Like, how's that feel?
Bro, I was like starstruck. I think the first time my mentor, the guy I was watching before I got my barber's license, Chris Bazio. When I first met him, and I had to tell him like, bro, like I wouldn't be here without you. And then to be able to like own a shop and give him one of my hats, I was like, bro, you really like changed my family tree. So
It's crazy.
it was just like finally, like I don't know, like from there, cause we met at CT, and I remember before we left, I just needed some type of validation from him, and before we left, he was like, the amount of people that walked up to me and told me, what you're doing is inspiring them. He was like, just keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And that's all I needed to hear. I don't care what anybody else got to say outside of that. Because somebody at his level being able to tell me that, I was like, bro, like, yeah, I was like, that's all I needed to hear. And since then, I mean, it's been a year now. And to be, you know, to look back now, you know, if we were to go to CT again, you know, we'd have a crew, you know? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, every year I'm trying to be higher, you know what I mean? Like, reach a whole nother level. So meeting Big Blends, these people that I look up to, I'm like, to be able to just meet them was enough to know that like I'm doing the right thing, you know. So now it's like, now I can introduce people like you to them, you know what I mean, and be like, hey, you know, this guy's starting at the shop.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So
Yeah.
no, it's been life changing for sure, like a whole different ball game. I was gonna ask y'all a question like about the shop, like where do you see it going? Big vision since joining.
I definitely see it growing with the remodel coming up here in a month.
Yeah.
For us, the artists, it's going to be really game changing. It's going to be really game changing in order to see the progress, the changes inside physically, and like I feel like it boosts the morale too.
Yeah.
To see that there's changing going on, and good changes, because an expansion is not easy. You know, it takes money, it takes effort. Fitting more artists in here when you already have full booths of barbers, you know, it's not easy, but it's something to be excited about for sure. It's something to be excited about because there's more opportunity for other people to get in here, other people to grow, and like I said, you put the same group, the same minded people, or the people that think the same, working together in the same room.
Yeah, no limit.
It's nothing but growth that's coming from that.
Yeah.
Nothing but growth. Yeah. It's nothing but going up. You know.
I think the remodel too is gonna bring like I said, it's like a before I even bought the shop, somebody was telling me that like it was a bad idea because it was too big, but they didn't see the same thing I was seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about the vision for sure.
Yeah.
You know, getting the image in your head of where you want to be at, where you want to go. It's about shooting for that, striving for that, because at the end of the day, if you didn't do it, someone else was gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about going out and grabbing it, because if you don't do it, someone else is gonna do it. If I don't take the initiative to grow myself, grow my business, and in this little town as a tattoo artist, then someone else is gonna do it. I promise you, because the market's here, the market's everywhere. I know we live in a town. I don't know what's the population like.
17,000.
17,000 people, you know, but out of those 17,000 people, 1 or 2 are going to want to get tattooed by me, and that's all that we need.
Yeah,
you know, that's all that we need, that 1 or 2 people to give good word to mouth, you know, give props to how good of a job you're doing.
Yeah,
you know, one of those 1 of 2 people, it really just takes one person.
No, yeah,
it really just takes one person for them to
blow up, huh?
You know, promote you in a way, or even they can tell someone out of town. You could have the 17,000 people that we have here in Pampa and not cut or not tattoo any of them, but you can have clients from out of town.
Yeah,
you can have clients from an hour, 2 hours away.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be just the people here. You know, growth is clients are clients, and you know, they can come from everywhere.
Sure. Like I said, like, you always want to, like, behind what each of one of y'all are doing, like, it's got to be a bigger reason than just money, you know? Like, you know, eventually you're going to have a wife and kids, you know? So you want to imagine yourself when you're with your family and settling down, you want to know, like, you're where you want to be at, you know? And you don't want to get to that stage and be like, damn, I could have done more.
Yeah, exactly. Don't look back. Don't regret your life. Yeah. If you know you can do it and you got it in heart, you will be able to do it. You can do it. Everybody can do it. Yeah. Even tattooing, even cutting hair. If you sit there, you'll draw. I promise you'll be able to draw. Right. In 2-3 months, you'll see progress. Yeah. You start cutting in 2-3 months. How did we started around the same time cutting hair? I cut hair as well.
Yeah.
Around what time? Like 2020.
I was 2020. Yeah.
Around okay, bet. Yeah. So after COVID, you know, I started, and I'm sure you got the same thing as me. Just backlash, man. This dude cuts bad. Don't go with him, you know. But if you sit there and you're dedicated and you want it and it's in your heart, you're gonna get it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel like because how long you been here so far?
A month.
Yeah. Just like in the
consistently a month. Yeah.
Just in the month you've been here, what do you feel like you've learned so far?
Man, I've learned a lot. You showed me tips on, like, content and stuff, and, like, you're gonna help me grow already. Like, you already helped me grow. You're, like, telling me already how to get my clients back, how to get them to reoccur. You're just giving me gems. Learning a lot.
Like I said, we're just pretty much just doing the basics right now.
Yeah.
I still haven't even gone to, like I said, like, putting money into ads and marketing, and I'm barely, what I've been wanting to do for a long time, I'm barely getting in that zone. So I'm glad that I'm getting into that zone now, because I've been working out now. I feel a lot better. I feel like in a whole clear, like, my headspace is clear, my goals is clear. I got the right people around me. It's like the right timing, I guess, you know.
For real. We're all gonna eat together.
No, yeah, for sure. Be able to see y'all's growth too. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all can record y'all's journey too, because y'all's journey is gonna be special too, you know. Y'all gonna have a story to tell, and some people are gonna see you from Clarendon and be like, okay, I can do it too.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing for you. Some people are gonna see you
That's
make
the
it.
goal too,
yeah.
So
some people are gonna see you make it and be like, damn, I can do it too. So me coming from a small town too, it's like we grew up thinking like it's like small town mentality or crab in the bucket mentality, to where it's like, damn, I gotta move to Dallas, I gotta move to Cali, Florida to make it. But nah, you can make it where you're from. It's just pretty much putting money where your mouth is at, and betting on yourself, putting all that faith into yourself, and you know, you never know what's gonna come out of it. So
it's just the beginning too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't even gone. Marketing is where really social media and marketing is really what's gonna take us to the next level. Like, we haven't even tapped into that yet. So I'm like, with the basics that we've been doing, like our camera setup where we're at right now, like, imagine when we start paying some professionals to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we got to start with what we got.
Yeah. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Always make it happen.
So, like I said, like, the little stuff that I still got my phone. like we got people purchasing hats from across the country, Florida, New York, Cali, Austin, Houston. Like that to me is like mind blowing. I haven't even met some of these people yet, and them supporting it. So it's like, imagine when we start actually branding it. You know what I mean? Like we're doing now. So, like I said, it's just the beginning, but it's only gonna get bigger. So, do you got anything like where do you see yourself a year from now?
Yeah. Well, right now I really don't got much clientele here. Just started. Trying to be a booked out barber by then for sure. Yeah.
Booked out. I mean, what's one goal you want? What's one goal you want to hit?
What's one goal I want to hit? Is to be a booked out barber, but I want to start making coming out with more content. I want to, and then I want to have my name known in Pampa too as well.
I say in the area.
Yeah,
not just Pampa.
Not just Pampa, but around this whole area.
Yeah.
Like when I was going to school, we heard your name. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But all talk is good talk.
Yeah.
All talk is good talk.
That's what I'm saying. I try to what I'm doing right now. I try to show the real and the bad. You know, I don't just try to show the highlights. Like you see my YouTube vlogs, I'll talk about when I had some downtime. And I still got some videos that I got to release that when I lost 2 barbers and I was down, you know what I mean? Like it was just me holding it down for a few months, you know? I was like, fuck, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to just keep it pushing. Yeah. Keep doing some classes and the right person's going to be like, shit, I want to work for him, you know? Like I said, that's, you know, it's been happening slowly but surely, but when you ask me one of my goals.
Yeah, all right. So what's your goals
by the end of the year?
Yeah, by the end of the year.
By the end of the year, I see. I do want to have a full shop with full-time barbers. I know we got 3 full-time and 3 part-time, so I would like to have 3 full-time by the end of the year. And really grow the social media. I want to start reaching new people that I haven't met, you know, across the states. So that's the focus for this year, is just social media, branding, out, getting the brand out there, not just here locally, but across the country. So
and what do you see for the shop? What's your
for the shop?
Yeah, main goal about the shop. What do you want it to be?
I really want it to be somewhere where people know they can feel safe, you know, like a safe haven. Not be judged or they come here and feel like they're welcome, you know. It's not damn, I don't belong here type of thing, you know.
That's how every other barbershop is. You walk in there and then they don't greet you.
Yeah.
You just
it
feels weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to change that standard to where it's a lot of people have that narrative, you know, of barbershops where it's you know, they're not paying attention, they're superstars, you know, think they're all that, and it's nah, we're the community barber, you know, we should be the neighborhood hero type of thing, you know, community hero, to where it's you can see them in person and be like, oh, that's my barber, you know.
Or a therapist.
Yeah, therapist, or that's my tattoo artist, you know, just a cool guy, you know, cool friend. Shop wise, as far as hiring people barbers, people that work here, I just want to, I mean, my inspiration was Nipsey Hussle. He said the highest human act is to inspire. So I just want to be able to inspire one person, and for y'all to be able to inspire other people, you know, so that way it just keeps it going, you know. So I know it's gonna happen. Y'all are gonna inspire some more people too, you know. So it's gonna be cool to see just them see this place and be like, damn, I want to go work here, you know, and do something. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a landmark type thing, stamped, for sure, you know. What's one goal you want to hit?
One goal?
Yeah.
I think one goal I definitely want to hit, I don't know if it'll be this year or the next, but someone to recognize me out in public, be like, hey, aren't you that dude? Even if it's, hey, I saw your Facebook post or
Yeah.
your Insta post or whatever. If someone recognizes me,
It's a win.
you know, it's a win. You know, I think that's a big thing for anyone that's trying to push their social media or anything like that around those lines. You know, for them, someone to recognize them out in public is a big thing. Is a big thing. I definitely am shooting for that. I'm definitely shooting for conventions. I work on my art all the time when I can.
Yeah.
Just try to get better, you know. And the only way getting there is getting better. At the end of the day, we're selling a product, whether it's haircuts or tattoos, and that product has to be top quality.
Yeah.
Top quality, and people are going to notice. People are going to notice your hospitality towards them. People are going to notice your quality of your work. People are going to notice the time that you take to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and if that's not on par, then you can't really grow on your social media side as well, because your work is mediocre. You know, but if you also show your journey, okay, I'm working on it, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, to try to get better, people are going to notice.
Yeah.
You know, maybe one day they come in and they get a cut. You know what? I don't know how I feel about it. They come back a couple months later and that, man, this dude killed it.
Yep.
Or they're looking at my tattoos and, man, I don't know if I dig that. I don't know if I like that. Next thing you know, you check my account a couple months later and boom, like, you know, damn, this dude's working on it.
Yeah.
Progress for sure. And like I said, it's a product, and we work on our product, and working on our product, people are gonna naturally be attracted to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the first video. Like, just introduce ourselves, what the plan is with the shop. I mean, I could top it off with that, what the plan is with the shop, future plans, this podcast. We literally just talked about it today, and we're just like, fuck it, let's just do it, you know? So
it's about getting your feet wet. It's about getting started.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we already got the setup, we already got the mics. It's like, let's just set it up, record, you know? And then tomorrow we'll have my cousin on. So Steph Tats will be here tomorrow. I don't know if she'll be comfortable. I'll message her and tell her to get ready. That way she's prepped and ready to talk. So, and then Thursday we'll have Mark tell his story, and that way we got 3 episodes lined up, and every week we'll drop an episode, you know. So we'll start interviewing people from Pampa, Amarillo, high schoolers, anybody that's got a story to tell, you know what I mean? You're welcome here. This is a safe haven, you know. Your story's cool. Your story's important. Everybody's important. And yeah, that's pretty much the mission. Just highlight people in this area and their story, and go from there. We'll just see what happens, you know. I don't think there's really like a goal with this podcast. Just starting it and see where it goes from here, you know. So we might switch up the location. We might be outside. We might be McDonald's parking lot.
Stay tuned for that one.
We don't know.
Stay tuned.
We'll come to you. We'll set up. We don't got a lot of stuff to set up, you know, quick and easy, simple. So the simpler the better. And we're gonna be better too, you know. We got some remodeling. We're gonna be adding some new barbers. We got some merch coming. Join the channel on Instagram. We get exclusive first dibs, discounts, some golf merch, workout merch, lifestyle merch. It's gonna be crazy. So I don't think there's really no limit. Whatever ideas y'all got, whatever you want to see, if you want to come on next, DMs is open.
Let us know.
You know, shoot Ivan a DM, Anthony a DM, me a DM, anybody part of the team, and we'll have you on here. You know,
nobody's too small.
Right.
Nobody's too small. Everybody's special. Everybody means something. Everybody got their own story. Nobody's too small.
Yeah. So if you got a story to tell, you want to share it, you know, this is the place to share it. So, I mean, y'all got anything else to say? Close it off. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So, we'll see you on the next one.